Hey, it's Double T live for 96.7 The Eagle. I'm at Chicago Open Air Festival, and when I come to a festival like this, I always run into an old friend, and it happens to be comedian Don Jamieson and former co-host of That Metal Show. Don, what's up? How you doing?
Well, it's good to finally meet face to face.
Yeah, no kidding.
I've enjoyed so much talking to you on the phone over the years, and always appreciate what a great supporter you've been.
You know, I was so excited to know that you were here when I saw you on Facebook and stuff. What are you doing at Chicago Open Air this year?
Well, I'm running around with the Monster Energy Girls, which ain't too bad of a gig.
Good for you.
And giving away guitars to people in the crowd. And I did an event with David Ellefson from Megadeth on Friday. And other than that, man, I'm just hanging, rocking out, and talking to people, and just enjoying great music.
Now that That Metal Show is done, unfortunately, which makes me tear up when I talk about it, but what do you got going on besides that now?
Well, I'm drinking beer out of a goat horn. I don't
By the way, that's impressive.
I don't know if that counts as employment, but no. Look, man, I've been very lucky, you know, because of the great metal fans. You know, when I go out and I tour and I do my stand-up, it's so funny every night in the clubs. I just see, you know, guys come down with their girlfriends on a date and they're dressed up, and the guy's got his button-up blue shirt and his phone holster and his khakis, and then the next table's like 6 guys with Slayer shirts on. And it's so fun to have 2 different audiences.
Right,
you know,
right.
I got my comedy people and I got my metal people, and you know, I always wanted to mix those worlds.
Right.
I do my comedy albums on Metal Blade Records, so I'm going to continue doing that stuff. I'm always going to keep one foot in the rock and metal world. And, you know, like any other metal band or, you know, the scene, we always get knocked down.
Right. But
I still have hope, man, that metal show will come back at some point. And if not, man, we had a great run.
And mixing the world of comedy and metal works so well, because I think the fans of both, we're all demented, aren't we?
Yeah, and look, there's a fine line between really cool and the absurd, and a lot of metal bands walk that line real well.
Right, right.
So, and I think a lot of the musicians in the bands, as much as they take what they do seriously,
right,
they don't take themselves too seriously. And so I have a lot of fun poking fun at them.
Right.
But it's, you know, it comes from the heart. You know, I'm from Jersey,
right,
so that's how we show love for other people, by breaking their balls.
Oh yeah,
So.
I mean, that's not, it was like the show. You guys always made fun of each
Yeah.
other, because I mean that's what you do with your boys, you know. And it was just funny. My buddy and I were walking up and we're like, yeah, I guess black's the color to wear today, right?
Yeah, you would think 85 degrees, you know, in an open area, we'd make a better fashion choice. But no, it's 95% black T-shirts out here today. And, hey, again, that's metal.
Who have you enjoyed seeing so far, and who do you enjoy seeing the rest of the time here?
Well, I enjoyed seeing you.
Right, well, yeah.
But as far as bands, man, it's been really fun. The lineup is so diverse, because you had Steel Panther yesterday, and now you got black metal over there with Behemoth. I just saw Monomorph just destroy the main stage.
I love Viking metal. It's awesome.
Yeah, but then you had a lot of the classics. Kiss was really good the other night.
Right.
Rob Zombie always crushes the festivals. I just saw King over there. They were amazing. Body Count yesterday was great. So it's just, that's part of doing this, is like the lineup, you know, everybody's a little different, and you never kind of get bored. Like, I just find myself running from stage to stage because there's so many good bands and such a good variety.
I love this festival too, because they have it so they're not overlapped.
Yeah.
So you can see both stages all day long.
Yeah, and you know, wow, I mean, you know, we still have an incredible night in front of us with Stone Sour and Ozzy, and who else is tonight? There's
Slayer!
And Slayer. Damn.
Come on!
Yeah, jeez.
And what have you enjoyed listening to lately? What new metal have you been listening to, or old metal?
Well, I mentioned King,
yeah,
you know, who are still a relatively new band, but their second album is just out. I love Crowbot. I love The Pretty Reckless. You know, I like Hailstorm. I know I'm forgetting bands. I like some of the extreme stuff too, but those are the ones off the top of my head that I've really been digging.
Let's talk about a band I know you care about a lot. I care about a lot. They're from my town of Rockford, Illinois. Cheap Trick.
Yeah, it's been so gratifying being able to be kind of friendly with those guys, and when they come through Jersey, they always let me request a song to play live, because they're one of those bands that you could pretty much just yell stuff out from the crowd, and they could play it.
Right. Oh yeah.
You know, So that's always an honor. But of course, I think we could take a deep breath and be relieved that they got what they deserved, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, finally, yeah.
For everything that they've done in this music, and to see a band this far in their career still play at such a high level, it's inspiring, man.
It's always great running into you, Don, and comedy shows. Are you going to be out on the road and doing all that?
I'm a road dog, man. That's all I do is I get out there and like I was telling you off mic, man. I come to your town. I'll play the comedy club. I'll play the rock club. You got a big backyard and a microphone.
You're in.
And some money and some Miller Lights. I'll be there.
Soon, Don will be playing my backyard. Don Jamieson, comedian, host of That Metal Show. Website, all that stuff. Where can people find you?
Yeah, donjamieson.com.
Okay.
I'm on Twitter and Facebook, and I got some recipes up on
what's the latest
Pinterest
album? What's the latest album you got out right now? I can't keep track of them all.
Yeah, I got Communication Breakdown.
Okay.
It's my new stand-up album, and you can lots of great jokes about Sabbath and Metallica and Rat and the whole scene, and a great bit on there about meeting Kiefer Sutherland and him giving me a hickey. So if you want to hear the whole story, buy Communication Breakdown, or like I said, steal it, throw it down your pants, have a good time.
Awesome. Don Jamieson, good friend of the program, Double T for 96.7 The Eagle.